What's up, YouTube? It's your boy JB, and I'm here with the review for Belle Collective Season 1, Episode 6. And the episode was titled Sage and Champagne. So, you guys, the season is starting to wrap up. Because I just saw it on Twitter. Someone had tweeted to Carlos King and asked him how many more episodes are left of Belle Collective. He said we have 3 more episodes plus a 2-part reunion. I really am enjoying Belle Collective so far. I really enjoyed Belle Collective. It's a really good show. Yeah, I hope Belle Collective gets a season 2 on. If you're listening, if you're watching, give them a season 2 because they definitely deserve it, because they have brought it with this season 1 of Belle Collective. So without further ado, let's get into the episode review, shall we? Alright, you guys, first let's start up with Letitia. Actually, I just thought about something. I wonder if Belle Collective will be like what Love and Marriage at Huntsville is. Split it. Well, who knows? We shall see. But yeah, let's start with Letitia first. So we see Letitia, and she is meeting up with Latrice. So she's meeting up with Latrice because, you guys remember, Latrice decided not to come to the last brunch that she had, because the first one that she went to, it was a disaster because of the situation with Marie, so she decided not to. So Tisha is meeting up with Latrice to, give her the rundown of Ferris Street. So she tells her what her plans are for the building that she wants, and how she wants it to be a brunch place with open Wi-Fi. Now that comes with its own set of issues. Because if you have a public Wi-Fi, if you have a Wi-Fi where there's either no passcode to it, then if the women want to do, say, business, if the women want to do business there, you got to be careful about that when you're on an unsecured network. So, but I get it. I'm not going to knock it, but I do get it. So she might want to look into doing a secured network where it has a password, so that way people can't freely access it and get access to people's information. So then, Latrice tells Letitia who's all on board for this, and she mentions Marie's name, and Latrice is like, well, she thinks that Marie is a mean girl. I'm not gonna sit here and agree with the fact that Marie is a mean girl. What I think it is with Marie is Marie has so much stuff going on in her own personal life that she takes the stuff out on people who don't deserve it. Like, instead of her taking it out on Cedric and Jerez, she takes it out on other people. That's what I feel. But that's it for Letitia in this episode. Let's move on, you guys. All right, you guys, next up, let's talk about Tambra and her hair. So Tambra and her hair is at her OBGYN. You guys know Tambra and her hair wants to get pregnant. I was looking at Tambra and her hair. So in her scene with the doctor, she had all them bundles in her hair. And then in her interview with the producers, she had a few less bundles in her hair. And I'm like, oh my God, Tambra in her hair, you look better without all those if you take out all those bundles and that ugly ass lipstick that you wear, you are really a beautiful woman. Well, she's beautiful, period. But you don't look like the Cowardly Lion. Because, that's all you give me with the bundles is the Cowardly Lion from The Wizard of Oz. So, she's going over her options for, having a baby. So then the doctor notices, he notices that she has fibroids. And he said that, I believe he said one of the fibroids was as big as her uterus. I'm like, wow. And when he said that, I'm like, so if it's as big as her uterus, if she got pregnant, if you implanted an embryo in there, that embryo wouldn't survive. And he did tell her everything about that. So what it is now is Tambra and her hair has to have another surgery. I really feel bad for her. I don't know I don't know what her ultimate plan is. I don't know if she actually wants to carry her babies or if she just wants the kids. Like, I don't know what her journey is, because I feel like she might want to go the route of maybe doing surrogacy or something like that. But I know that does come with, I know that does cost a lot of money to do that. But, when it comes down to Tambra and her hair and her journey, I do wish her all the best. So let's move on, you guys. You guys, next let's talk about Miss Marie. It wasn't much with Marie in this episode. So we see Marie. So she's at a little playpen with one of her grandsons, and so Jbarrett is gonna meet her with the other grandchild. And I was thinking to myself, isn't it 3 of them? Where's the other baby? Never mind. Not even gonna ask. So she's supposed, like I said, she's supposed to be meeting Jbarrett. So when she's playing with the one baby, in walks Cedric. I'm like, where in the hell did he come from? Oh god damn! I'm gonna keep my comments about Cedric to myself. I'm just gonna keep them to myself. So Cedric comes in. She's like, "Oh, Jay must have sent you." You know what? Her accent is who has the countryest accents on this show? They all are country, but see, I can't do their accents because their accents are really like I can give you Mel and Tisha, but I cannot give you these people. Their accents are different, and that's coming from somebody who's country himself. But yeah, Cedric showed up. So then, Jbarrett does show up, and Marie and Jbarrett do have a conversation with each other. And we also find out that Marie has lupus, and I was like, oh wow, that's really sad that she has lupus. I hope her health is, I hope she's in good health and good spirit right now. So she's talking to Jbarrett about, her businesses, and she wants him to she wants him to run one of them. I'm like, girl, I wouldn't trust him to run a dog walking business. The fuck? Girl, he don't even take. I mean, he doesn't do anything for these babies that he helped create. You don't want us taking care of them. You taking care of the babies. I don't trust him. But I mean, hell, if she want to leave him a legacy, I guess you do you, boo boo. You do you. All right, guys. Next, let's talk about Antoinette. Dr. Antoinette. I like you. I like you a lot. But I have a little bit of issue with you, and we're going to talk about it in just a minute. So we see Dr. Antoinette, and she is meeting up with some other black doctors in Mississippi. And who else joins them but none other than Kaylon. So we find out that Kaylon is a nurse practitioner. Okay, cool. I have no issues with that. But we're going to talk about what I do have an issue with. So, Antoinette tells the doctors that, she's opened up her own practice, and she wants to pay for the DAT, which is a test that you have to take, in order to go to dental school. And she wants to pay for it at the 3 HBCUs. So she wants to do it at Jackson State. I don't know what the other 2 are in Mississippi. If y'all know, please let me know. All I know is Jackson State. Now I do love that, and I do love what she's saying. I do. I 100% love her message. Her message is she wants to. And it is true. There are not a lot of black doctors at all. So, it's always better to have a black doctor. And because especially take a look at women. More black women die after giving birth to a child than a white woman, because people don't listen to black women when they tell them how they're feeling after they have a baby. So I agree. We definitely need more black doctors who are familiar, with our makeup. So I do agree with that. And, I don't want people to be like, oh, that's racist or nothing. Well, it's not. Because I prefer to have a black doctor, someone who looks like me, someone who understands, what I might be going through. It's all about representation. So I am in 100% agreement with what she said. Here is where I took issue with Antoinette. So like I said, you guys, Kaylon is there. I ain't got no problem with Kaylon, but we've in 2 episodes we had to explain to her what certain things, what keeping it real meant. I didn't have an issue with that. But then at Letitia's last brunch, when the women were talking about their experiences, that's when Kaylon pulled the white woman tears, and no one was saying she was. Excuse me, y'all. Nobody was saying you're racist, Kaylon. They were just giving their experiences. So for you to do that, it pissed me off. And then in this episode, for you to come and say, oh, listening to what y'all are saying, I understand now. Now you understand? You understand now? Kaylon, get the fuck out of my face. Get out of my face. So then Letitia, not wrong person. Antoinette tells Kaylon that she's gonna have a rededication at her home. And Kaylon was like, well, who are you inviting? She says, well, I did invite Marie, but long story short, she's not coming. And then she says she's not inviting Marie, and I didn't, not Marie, but Letitia. I didn't understand the reason for her not inviting Letitia, but I'm not gonna harp on it. I'm not gonna go too deep into it because I don't really care. So then we have the rededication. Was it Marie? No, wrong person. Was it, I think Latrice mentioned Marie's name, and was it Antoinette that said that she's delusional? And I was like, oh God, why are we talking about this woman? But whatever. So then they do talk about Ferris Street and how it's a good idea, which I think it is a really good idea. Kaylon, here you go again. Girl, it's just better to shut up sometime. Because she said, well, you know, the brunch, it could be a little bit volatile with people pulling out their shoes and earrings. You do know that that's a bit stereotypical, right? People automatically assume. Why don't you just call these people? Why don't you call these women Shanae and Laquita, whatever? Kaylon really gets on my nerves. I just want her to shut the hell up. But they eventually go around the house and sage it. Let's move on, you guys. All right, you guys, and then let's wrap the episode with Latrice. So it's Latrice and Cliff's anniversary. Okay, so Latrice goes into the house and it's dark. So she's looking around to see if he cooked something. Did he do this? Did he do that? Nothing. So then Cliff comes out with a bag for her. He had a gift for her. So it was a rose in there. So she took the rose out and then she went deeper in the bag and it was a bag of flour. And I was like, oh, he petty for that. But Cliff had actually set up for them to have a romantic dinner with each other. And I thought it was cute. So, you know, they go to have dinner and Cliff had gave her a Rolex. Let's backtrack just a little bit. So Latrice was sitting up there talking about that, you know, Cliff is looking like Denzel, a little bit Obama-ish, and somebody else. And I even tweeted, I said, no, he does not. I said, Cliff looks like a hefty ass Terrence Howard. Like Cliff looks like a hefty Terrence Howard. Cliff looks like Terrence Howard in about another 20 to 30 years. Just look at him. So it was in this scene that I really realized, I'm like, Latrice really does have some daddy issues. You know, I noticed that she had them because, I mean, we're calling him Zaddy, but it was in this scene that I really realized her daddy issues. You know, two of her brothers died. The one brother was in prison, and then her father died as well. I'm like, oh yes, she got deep-rooted daddy issues. Ooh. So then they have a conversation, and Cliff got mad at her because she said that he said something about what he would want about, you know, if things don't work out with them, what he wanted another woman. I don't know. It didn't make sense to me, and then him to get mad like he did, talking about she lied on him. I was like, oh, okay. But, you know, we later see her, she has a makeup dinner for him, and she apologizes to Cliff, and she got a masseuse for him. That was it. You know, I did notice something. When that saxophone player, he played I Got Love on My Mind, but they cut that quick and put something else on. I'm like, ooh, y'all don't want that copyright, huh? Y'all don't want to have to pay for that. I understand. But yeah, you guys, that was Belle Collective. Let me know what you guys thought about the episode. It was a good one. Like I said, I'm really enjoying Belle Collective. Subscribe to the channel, hit that bell notification button so you guys are aware when I drop anything else. Share this video, and until the next one, you guys stay safe, take care of yourselves. Remember to wash your hands, wear your mask, and socially distance. And I'll see you guys in the next one. And also, you guys get down in the description bar and go subscribe to the Planner channel. I'll see you guys tomorrow for Love and Marriage Huntsville. Bye, guys.